Hey everybody, this is Stitch 1993 here, back with another tour review. This month we are looking at the Galidors and Defenders of the Outer Dimension. Today we have Euripides here, which we're going to do a review and then a breakdown of all his parts and pieces, and then put them back together like we have in the past two videos. Go check those out if you haven't already. Euripides, just to give a little bit of backstory on him, he was in the show basically kind of the wise, older figure of the group. He had some magical abilities with his staff. They're mainly able to float. I think it also was able to control parts of the ship as well. Just kind of going over him right now. He has a good sculpt, other than the issue that I've had of it's a very basic paint job. The entire torso and main of the almost all the parts are in the one green. His belt does have a little gold on it, and of course his eyes are detailed, but it is a very basic figure with just the black and the green being the two majority colors, and that's going to be a thing we've seen in all these figures and still going forward with the other ones. So in regards to posability, he is somewhat restrictive as compared to the past figurines. Of course, he does have a head that can swivel and move. However, it is based off the character. It is on basically the front of his body instead of the top. So he does have a bit of limitation of how far up and down he can move his head. He does have the shoulders as well as elbows that are fully posable. He has hands that swivel going down to his lower torso, though that's where we get into the limitations here. Of course, at the hips he is posable, but his legs, both of them, are, I'll just move that out of the way, are in this bent down form, and there are no joints. So he is not able to move out of this position here. Not even the feet swivel, although they do have, as you can see, he does come apart fairly easily, and that just may be from normal wear and tear. But he does have the parts on the bottom of his feet, so he should be able to connect to most basic Lego pieces here. So we're going to go ahead and take him apart now. And before I forget, he does have a staff that, just like the pole staff, can come right out of his hand. It has some detail here in regards to paint on the top as well as the bottom, but the rest of it is just this frosted red. So we're going to put that to the side right here. And other than the joints we already have on him, he does have one socket in the back. However, this figure does not have a tail, so we are going to go ahead and take him apart now. Of course, his head can come apart, and his head does have a socket in the top for him to, put anything on. We're going to go over the breastplate can be taken off, and there is a small line down, or I'm sorry, there is a small edge right here on the figurine to where if you put it on, it is just going to click in place. There we go. But there's no edge on the back, so if you did try to put this on backwards, it's not really going to fit. So as I said, he's got the socket for his head, as well as the one on his backside. He's got the two sockets for the arms and the two sockets for the legs. So that's the torso. Again, nicely sculpted but very bland paint job other than the bit of gold on his belt. His legs are the same, where it's the green and then the black for the plates. The plates cannot be removed and they are made of the same plastic as the rest of the body. And as you can tell, other than the hip joint, there's no other posability on this, even though it does seem like the feet were added on. They cannot swivel. That is pretty tight in there. Alright, going on to the arms. Both have a shoulder piece as well as a forearm piece. And again, the hand can swivel. It cannot be removed though. And just going with the other arm. So this is one of the, I would say, the most basic figurines out of the group, as well as one of the one with the least amount of parts. He, other than the weapon, he didn't come with any other accessories, and he didn't come with any extra pieces like Nepal and Schimmel did. So that is Euripides. Again, he is very limited in some of his movements as well as some of his features. But let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed, if you'd had this toy growing up, if the Euripides was your favorite character, if not, who was your favorite character out of the main group and then out of the entire series, or if they didn't make a figurine out of your favorite characters still, let me know who it is, and let me know any other characters in the Galidor series you want me to review and look over. Next week will be our last week of looking at the Galidor figures, and we're going to finally, I think, look at one of the bad guys. Although he's not the main villain, he is one of the bad creatures in the series. So until then, thank you for watching and have a good day.